Alrighty, here we are for card number 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's an Easter card. I'm just trying to see if anybody's here. I'll go ahead and, I know I had Elda here on the first card, so I'm just going to wait a minute. Give me a thumbs up or something that I know you're here, because my comments are not showing. My chat. Okay, Elda's back. Okay. Thank you, Elda. So this is our second card. You have your sentiment, your little blings, your designer series paper. You have a strip for the inside. You have a little 1-inch piece here that we're going to banner cut. You have a stamped image. Now this is a Stampin' Up, but it's from a few years ago. I don't think I've ever used it. But I bought this because my youngest granddaughter, I used to get lamb stuff. She was like my little lamb chop. So anything that had little sheep lambs on it, I was a sucker for. So I bought this. She was just a baby, so I chose this. And then we have a piece of B&T paper, Daffodil Delight, white for the inside, card base, and envelope. So let's go ahead and start with our simple coloring. Let me just put this stuff here. So I used Stampin' Blends to color this, only because I need the practice in coloring with the Stampin' Blends. I use the Stampin' Blends here. I don't know who here who does this that has Stampin' Blends, but I know most people use the Tri-Blends. So on this one, I will use the Tri-Blends. So I'm going to use the brown gray blend, the light, and I'm just going to outline all of the lines of the little sheep. Basically just drawing around all of the lines. Hopefully I don't run out of ink on this one, which it looks like I'm going to. May have to use my medium. I'm going to see if the medium, how dark the medium is. Oh, that's too dark. For the Stampin' Blends, I used, I think it was the light, it was either the light gray granite. Yeah, it was the light gray granite that I used for the Stampin' Blend. Or was it the Pebble Path? No, it's Smoky Slate. Yeah, I used the light gray granite on my sample for those using Stampin' Blends. So it's my understanding, I don't know how true it is, although it may be true, because usually whenever I switch to my next video, my next live, I get the option to save my videos forever, not to delete. This time it told me it was going to delete in 30 days. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to continue doing my lives on Facebook. I may have to switch over to YouTube. So for the feet, I'm using the dark end. I've never done a live YouTube. So I think I will have to practice, do that. That's all for the brown gray blend. Now let's go with the pale pink. Now with my sample, I used Pretty in Pink light, and then I went over it with the blender. So this, I'm going to use the pale pink blend for the cheeks. Like so. And I don't know if my Tri-Blend blender pen is dry or not. So I'm going to do the same thing just to lighten it up. And this is dry as a bone. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Up one. And I'm just going to go over it. It's not necessary, just to soften it a bit. Let's see. Now the leaves, let's see. I'm going to use the green turquoise blend for the flowers, the light. For the Stampin' Blends, I use Pool Party. And I'm going to use the light or the citrus blend for the center of the flower. I'm going to use the dark. I'm going to use the dull green for the leaves. Stampin' Up. Oh, for the yellow in the center on the Stampin' Up, I used, I think this is daffodil, no, lemon lolly. For the leaves on my sample Stampin' Up, I used Old Olive. This one I'm going to use dull green. I think I'm going to go with the medium. There's no blending to any of these. They're too little of images. Good morning, Corinne. I saw out of the corner of my eye something pop up on my iPad. Okay, and then that's all the coloring for our little lamb. And we just have this little tiny butterfly. So I colored the butterfly's wings with the whatever yellow this was, the lemon lolly on the Stampin' Blends. The Tri Blends, I'm using the citrus blend, the dark. Right? Am I going to use the dark? Let me see if I'm going to use the dark or the light. Yeah, I'm going to use the dark. And then for the little dots on the butterfly, I'm going to use the green turquoise blend, the light. I'm just going to go in. I purposefully let my it bleed out just because it looked good to me. And then I'm using the dark of the brown gray blend for the little body. And that's it. That is all the coloring, ladies, that we have here. Then we're just going to fussy cut out our little lamb chop here. It's easy cutting. It would be a lot easier if I had my cheaters on. So let me know if you guys go on YouTube. In the comments, I'll be looking for your response. I don't know why Facebook won't allow you to keep your Facebook Live videos more than 30 days. I don't even know where to find that information. But I will, if I'm forced, I mean, I've been wanting to go to YouTube anyways. So maybe this is just what's needed to give me that push, I guess. But let me know if you guys use YouTube, don't use YouTube. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add dimensionals to the back of our little lamb chop and set them aside, or you can add it whenever you're ready to put them on your project here, and then we'll assemble our card. Oh, yes. I tried to get most of these things out for everybody. I don't know. The only thing about this diet, not that crazy about, is how it leaves behind all these little things. Try dryer sheets, wax paper. Anyways, this is a side folding card. Let's go ahead and glue our inside piece down and get that out of the way. I typically use for the inside of the card, this is like a Nina, I forget the weight paper. It's not cardstock, but it's a lighter weight cardstock. And then this is double-sided. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to the inside piece. This is your 1/2-inch strip. And like always, I'm just going to take it to the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and glue down our yellow. I have a clog. Okay. You're going to have like a little bit of a border around, like 1/8 of an inch, right? 1/2 of a quarter to 1/8, right? Fractions wasn't my friend in school, so might have that wrong. This is double-sided. You choose whichever side you want. I'm going to stay with how I have it. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. The only thing with this glue tip, style tip, I would imagine it goes for any brand that has this precision tip. You really got to keep that pin in whenever you're not using it, because it dries so fast. Really? Sorry, ladies. It's been sitting off to the side here with no pin in it. I'm usually really good about putting the pin in. But whenever I went to Big Bear, okay, this is going to go across in the middle. You're going to try to do equal parts of the yellow top and bottom. It's going to go straight across. When I went to Big Bear, I bought some of the green glue to use up there because I did a little make and take. I'm just trying to use it. I've been using up that glue. Okay. Now let's glue this piece down. And similar to the other card, it's going to go equal space from top and bottom of the yellow. Let's see. It's about a 1/2 inch in from the edge of your card. So I'm centering it from the bottom and the top here. Like so. And then we're going to dovetail this little piece here. I just did like a 1/4 inch slit in the center, and then from the corner to the top of my cut on both sides should give me a near perfect dovetail. And then with my fingernails, I just kind of rubbed up to curl the end, just personal preference. And then a little bit of glue. And then we're just gonna lay that over here. Okay. I glued this down only to create less bulk when mailing your card, but you could pop it up. You'll just, if you do that, you'll have to put double pop up on your lamb. And then we're just going to center this. Well, not quite center it, but close to centering it on here. Like so. Good morning. Put our little lamb on. You should be resting kind of like right at the bottom of your paper here. Just, oops, I'll bring them over just a little bit more. Like so. And then we're going to add our bling. These are those iridescent gems that I bought several of, and now they're gone. So I just think they are so pretty. You can use them with virtually anything. There. And if you have Wink of Stella or shimmer, I just added it to the flower here along the little crown. Oh, and I added it to the butterfly wings. So that completes card number 2. Good morning, Ray. Not sure if I caught you. Alrighty, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and end this and come back with card number 3. Thank you, Elda. Okay, I'll see you back here in a minute for card number 3.